Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Comics. This is week 51 and we're looking at everything that comes out this week, but we're also going to be taking a sneak peek at the comics that come out in week 52, which is next week.
52?
52. Ooh. DC's favourite number,
yeah.
Yet they have no comics coming out that week.
Damn.
But so you don't feel left out, there still will be a video next week where me and Pete will be looking at our favourite comics of 2018.
Because we did enjoy some stuff.
That's why we do this.
Yes.
Cool. So let's look at week 51.
51. I'm going to start with the new issue 1 from DC Comics, and it doesn't feature a Sasquatch.
What? Or a Superman?
Or a Superman.
Weird.
But it does feature everyone's favourite uncle, Uncle Sam. It's Freedom Fighters, issue 1. There are 12-issue maxi series. The Resistance is here. Freedom Fighters, DC often tried to incorporate Freedom Fighters in little events here and there and try and use them. They were in
Countdown and all that, weren't they?
Countdown and all that, yes. But yeah, DC obviously want another crack at the whip with Freedom Fighters, with Uncle Sam and the Human Bomb and all the other ones.
Just realised Countdown's 13 years ago, 14 years ago.
Wow.
Shit.
Freedom Fighters are bringing America back.
Yep, they are.
Black Condor? Possibly.
Yes. Let's say yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a, I'm not even going to say C-list group of heroes, but DC want to do something with them. There's some characters you might not have read before, so why not try something a bit different? Freedom Fighters. Freedom!
And it's the only DC issue 1 this week, so, you know, best to talk about it.
Definitely.
So by that logic, I thought I'd take a look at another issue 1 coming out this week from IDW, who, as we all know, have stopped doing Transformers comics.
No more Transformers comics at all from IDW.
Except the Star Trek Transformers series.
Yeah, except that.
GoBots, which
technically
even I think is more or less the same thing.
Basically.
Sorry, guys. And a Transformers Bumblebee one-shot, Go for the Gold. So I think reason we mentioned this one really is so we can talk about the Goldbug, I was going to say, using his evolved name. Yeah. Anyone else remember that?
Yes.
Cool. Throttlebots for the win. Yeah, there's a movie coming out, a Transformers movie coming out, all about Bumblebee. And it doesn't look awful.
Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? It's got some more traditional designs of your favourite Transformers in there.
Yeah, and of course the sequel will be called Bumblebee Goes Bananas.
Yeah.
And then they'll do Bumblebee Fully Loaded.
John Cena's meant to be in it, but I've not seen him in any of the trailers.
We can't.
No, you can't see him.
Can't see him,
No.
can you? So, yeah, so if you're feeling like, hey, Transformers, I missed those already, and I really like the new movie, then they've got a one-shot for you, all about Bumblebee, as he goes for the gold. So, yeah, there's some really vintage G1-looking Transformers in here. That's kind of nice, actually. Considering it's set in the movie universe, doesn't make that much sense, but... You know, take your wins where you can find them.
That's right.
Transformers.
We'll stay at the movies.
Yeah. Because
I know all of you are watching AQUAMAN, featuring Jason Momoa and Amber Heard and other people. Dolph Lundgren, he's in it.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Creed.
No, he's in AQUAMAN too.
2 films in 1 year.
A resurgence.
Everything's coming up, Dolph.
And he was in Arrow.
Blimey.
But you're all watching AQUAMAN at the cinema and you're thinking, I want to read a little bit of AQUAMAN. Where shall I start? I don't really know anything about him. Well, AQUAMAN issue 43 is a brand new start, brand new creative team, and AQUAMAN in this has lost his memory. So he doesn't know his backstory, so you don't have to either.
All right. Did he get shot in the head?
I don't think he got shot in the head. It was something that happened in the Drowned Earth storyline, which we
that big crossover.
spoke about. But yeah, so a brand new jumping on point for AQUAMAN. DC have done this on purpose. They know, or are hoping, that their film's going to do very well. And from what I understand, it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been a big fan of AQUAMAN since, like, Game of Thrones. So having Kelly Sue DeConnick come on the book as well is a great jumping on point off the back of a very popular, successful crossover. Just when there's a movie out of the cinema, it's well done, DC. It's like you planned it.
Yeah,
well done.
But yeah, new AQUAMAN. It's not an issue 1, it's an issue 43, but it's got a 1 on it. So
yeah, couldn't have waited 9
start.
more issues, could they? And it could have been a nice big 52. We know how they love that.
Except next week, then they don't.
No, weird.
AQUAMAN, it makes a splash.
It's Marvel, it's issue 1, it's Defenders. So over the last few weeks, Defenders. We've looked at the Defenders one-shots for Silver Surfer, Namor, Doctor Strange and Hulk.
We have.
And they're all done, so let's just get on with the ongoing. And that's
in.
exactly what they've done. So yeah, if the thing with Defenders is people know if they like Defenders or not. And there's a comic for them. But it's going to confuse some people.
Yeah.
Because now there's a whole section of people who think the Defenders are like Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Daredevil,
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah.
It's not, but it is, but it isn't.
There's two defenders.
Yeah.
Of course, one team of defenders is vastly more powerful than the others.
Mm.
Netflix being more powerful because they got more money.
Than Disney?
Give them time.
Yeah.
Controversial. Big discussion, that, isn't it? So, yeah, it's nice to have a more cosmic level Defenders comic back. You'll also notice as well that it's the Stan Lee tribute this month. So, every Marvel book this month, they've kind of lost the logos. They put the banner across the top. They filled the comic with just black pages. Oh, no, there's a story as well. It's not just black. That's good. Yeah. So it means going through your boxes and finding your comics is really, really difficult because you can't see what the comic is. It's just a tiny little strip down there. But it's a nice idea. It's a nice tribute to Stan Lee, who is sadly no longer with us.
I know a lot of you people that read comics also play video games because we're nerds and that's what nerds do. So if you like The Witcher and you like comics, there's a Witcher comic. It's called Of Flesh and Flame. It's a 4-issue miniseries from our friends at Dark Horse Comics.
So they've been doing lots of video game tie-ins recently. They've got the God of War series. There's a new Halo series just about to come out as well. Halo.
Hello.
Halo.
Weird, isn't it?
Halo, can you go?
Very low. But this is a family video. But yeah, The Witcher. A lot of people like Geralt. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got a Netflix series coming out. We spoke about Netflix a minute ago.
You've just picked this because Henry Cavill's in it.
Yeah, technically.
Pretty much, so...
I'm a bit sad because it looks like he might have left the Superman role to do this. Henry.
Cavill.
Come on. But yeah, if you like the Witcher video games, you know what it's all about. It's all about magic and witches and wizards and supernatural things and fantasy and all that sort of stuff that you love. Yeah. It's not for us, but it might be for you.
That's it, yeah. There's something for everyone. That's
right.
the idea.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be for us.
Doesn't have to.
We're not right. We are though, a lot of the time. Yeah. So, but Witcher, try it. Let us know. So this is an odd one. I can't remember. Did I cover the Merry Xmas X-Men special a couple of weeks back, or did I just kind of drift over it?
I don't know if you did.
I know we covered the DC Nuclear Winter special because we
did.
like our obscure DC holiday specials.
Oh, yes.
Well, Marvel have done another one because you might as well have two holiday specials out within weeks of each other. Seasons Beatings, play on Seasons Greetings, I think.
Clever.
Yeah, so it's got Deadpool on it. It's it looks. Oh, it's Jason Latour who created Spider-Gwen and worked on Southern Bastards. So yeah, he's a decent writer. You got a Squirrel Girl story, a Deadpool story, and another
the off-wall, off-beat characters from.
Marvel. Yeah. Some of the more wacky kind of
Christmas.
fourth wall. What's it called? Fourth wall breaking characters. So yeah, it looks interesting. Holiday specials. I'm a sucker for them. You're a sucker for holiday specials. I didn't do the X-Men one myself, but the Marvel Core Universe one I did pick up. So and it's Christmas next week, so Christmassy things get mentioned. Christmas.
Festive. I've got a big one down here.
Hello.
I'm going to show you next, and that is at the Super Sons Omnibus.
That's the total package, isn't it?
It is weighty. That's every issue of the first Super Sons series. You also get the annual Super Sons Dynamite, the Hanna-Barbera crossover, Superman 10 to 11 and 37 to 38, Teen Titans 15, and a short story from DC Rebirth Holiday Special Issue 1.
So that's basically all 4 graphic novels worth of Super Sons.
That is impressive.
Shoved into one handy tome. It's a Tomasi tome, I'm going to call it.
Yeah. It's good. We spoke about Super Sons a lot on the show before. There's a current series going, 12-issue maxi series, Adventures of the Super Sons. And if maybe you read that, or reading that, but didn't read the original Super Sons, what you're playing at, but if you didn't, that's how you can read it.
Yeah, or if you're just reading Bendis' Superman, you're like, who the hell's Jonathan Kent?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it.
Good stuff. Really good stuff. Good recommendation. Okay, so we're sticking to the movies.
Okay.
This week we've already covered 2 of the big movies out, and of course we have coming next year Captain Marvel. Not the old Captain Marvel who died of cancer. That would make a really odd film for Marvel to be putting out.
Yeah.
Sort of start Guardians, I guess. So they're sticking with Carol Danvers, and they're making her one of the major players in the Marvel universe, which makes sense because she is quite a powerful character.
She certainly is.
And over the last year, they've been reprinting a lot of her earlier tales in these lovely Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, the Ms. Marvel years.
Okay.
So of course she wasn't always Captain
That's
Marvel.
right, she wasn't.
She got promotion. She was just Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
And now Captain.
There she is.
So Brilliant. Yeah, so if you're a fan of Carol Danvers, or you just indeed want to know more about the character before you go to the cinema and see the film, I do recommend this series. They reprint a lot of the early years, and then, can you believe the Miss Marvel series that tied into Civil Wars 12 years ago?
Time is flying, isn't it?
We are just... our videos are just eventually going to be me and you going, oh, that thing's 20 years old. And then we won't actually mention the thing we're supposed to be talking about. Yeah. But yeah, Miss Marvel. Carol Danvers.
Marvellous.
Get on board. Marvellous. So we're going to go straight into week 52. 52. So what are you going to hold? There's no DC books next week.
I'm sure there's loads of other stuff though.
It's not a huge week 52, which is in many ways that's good. It's a chance for us all to catch up, read the stuff we've got. However, Marvel are taking advantage of this gap in the market to launch a few new books.
Wily Marvel.
Which makes sense because we've had a few big series that I haven't talked about wrapping up this week, like Spider-Gen's wrapping up, Infinity War's basically wrapped up now. So yeah, time for Marvel to launch new stuff, which is why the first pick for week 52 is Olean. Ta-da! Superior Spider-Man.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. It's Otto Octavius in a clone Spider-Man body, trying to be a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker was. Now, I'm torn about this one because I really enjoyed Dan Slott's Superior Spider-Man run, and I really like the concept of Otto as the Superior Spider-Man, but I also felt like that story was done, and it was complete, and it was on the shelf, and yeah, well done. Let's move on. But Marvel are going back to the well because apparently they feel there's still an audience for this. Christos Gage writing it. He's done a lot of the more peripheral Spider-Man titles over the last few years, so I guess it makes sense to do this. The one shot that leads into this was out a couple of months ago. That was pretty good. So I am sticking with this for now, not just because of my obligation to buy all things Spider-Man, because if this goes off the rails, I will just drop it.
That's the type of guy he is.
Peripheral to me.
So watch yourself.
Not core Spider-Man.
But he doesn't love it. Gone.
But quite cool Spider-Man. So let's see how it does.
Right, so recently on the show we spoke about the fact that Marvel are licensing some of their properties to IDW to do more kid-friendly books.
Yeah, a bit weird, but works.
Yeah, we had Spider-Man, and now we've got one I know a lot of people are going to be jumping on. It's only the Avengers. And it's a team very similar to the ones you see on your cinema screens, if not the exact team.
Yeah, pretty much. No Vision yet. Give it time.
No. But yeah, it looks good. It looks fun. Like we say, it's for all ages. So if you are a fan of the Avengers, maybe you've got a younger brother or sister or cousin or whatever who loves the Avengers films, hasn't really jumped into the comics because maybe some of the content is a little bit more mature than they used to.
Yeah, Jason Aaron book is brilliant, but not necessarily for kids.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, so, and you got your big three there, you got your Iron Man, you got your Captain America, you got your Thor, you've also got Hulk, Black Widow and Hawkeye, so like you said, pretty much the movie Avengers team.
Original movie team.
So Imagine Loki will show up, and we've got a Black Panther coming next month as well, which is really cool. So a nice jumping on point for kids to get into Black Panther. Hugely positive, I think it's a great idea, good initiative. I'd love to see DC do something similar.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Because there's not many Batman or Superman books I can put in kids' hands, and that's weird.
No, they kind of did their superhero girls, didn't they?
Yeah, which is doing really well for us.
That's kind of all they've done, but yeah.
So, more of this, please. We like this.
Yes.
Okay, so the big one for this week, I mean, it is the main book shipping this week. There's no arguing about it. Fantastic Four, issue 5.
Way.
So this is good because there was a huge gap between issue 2 and 3, which I worried was going to kill the momentum.
Right.
But they've managed to get issue 3, 4, and 5 out quite quickly. It is a double-sized issue, so that does sadly mean it's a double-priced issue. Would have liked a spine, please, like Marvel. For this price point, it deserves a spine. Yeah, but you know what? Ben Grimm's getting married to Alicia Masters. It's not a fake out. It's not an imaginary story. They're not going to do what they did in the X-Men wedding this year or the Batman wedding. It is a wedding going ahead. Hopefully she won't turn out to be a Skrull because technically Alicia Masters has had a wedding in a Fantastic Four comic before, but it turned out she was actually a Skrull called Lyja who was just tricking Johnny Storm for reasons. I think the reasons were that the fans didn't like it, so they bottled it and backed out of it. So yeah, it's a big book. It's a long time coming. I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. If you're a Fantastic Four fan, this is already in your section. Don't really need to discuss it too much more. But hey, Ben Grimm getting married. Looks like a huge issue, and they're back, right? I mean, the Fantastic Four are back, and that's Marvel's first family. They deserve a monthly book, and
doing well as well.
It's doing very well. Yeah. So well done, Marvel. They did it right. Well done, Dan Slott as well, because he's just awesome.
Yeah,
just awesome.
So we've got another issue 1 from Marvel.
Told you, they're not missing a gap.
That's right. And this kind of spins out from the popularity of said characters from Deadpool 2, which hit cinemas earlier this year. And a lot of people like seeing Deadpool lead his band of X-Force. X-Force was a kind of popular title in the 90s, Rob Liefeld creation, span out of New Mutants, became X-Force, ran for many years, and then we kind of had new series here and there. But now, a brand new X-Force series with a traditional looking team plus Deathlock. He's in there.
So I think anyone who's getting Uncanny X-Men, we've put this in for you to try. So we've kind of matched it to order because it's quite an old school X book.
Yeah.
I like the fact we've got Uncanny back. So having X-Force back seems a logical step for me. I don't want to go overboard. I wouldn't want to see X-Factors and Mutant X's and, all the other stuff. We don't need
I think it makes sense to have X-Force. It was a very popular book, especially in sort of X-Men's heyday around the 90s when we had the X-Men book, Uncanny, we had X-Force. It was a really popular time.
Yeah, I mean, like Jim Lee's X-Men issue 1, still the best-selling comic of all time at 7 million copies. But X-Force 1, not that far behind.
No.
So, nice one,
If
Marvel.
you like what you saw in Deadpool 2, you want to see more of those characters, some of them are in that.
But sadly, that's it for week 52. Like we said, it's not a huge week. There's no big launches from Image. There's no launches whatsoever from DC.
Insane that DC missed week 52.
Yeah, I know. You would have thought like Hanna-Barbera versus Looney Tunes crossover week or something. They do like their 5th week events, but I guess it's not a 5th week month, so
True.
they just skipped it. New trade-wise, there isn't much new trades out. Even Nightwing Volume 7's going to be in week 52 if you're a Nightwing person. But sadly, that is it. So that's why we've done week 52 with week 51. That's it for this week. But come back next week for the top comics of 2018 edition of This Week in Comics. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next week, and happy holidays.
Yes.